lesson I just did the other day, where I was saying, why in the New Testament, why doesn't anyone in the New Testament tell dispersed or scattered Gentiles that they are truly Israelites? Why don't the New Testament just say that plain? Like, that should be a question y'all should be asking. Right. But for me, the common sense is, right, let me see. Let me just actually get it. Let me just actually get this point. Right? This overlap means that the apostles then always need to clarify whether they were speaking to scattered Israelites or actual non-Israelites. Let's get the point. When you go to James 1:1, James said to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Where is the chapter in the book in the New Testament where one of the apostles is speaking to the other nations by name? 12 tribes, that's still a name for them, because we know the 12 sons of Jacob. So where is it speaking about Ishmael? He had 12 brothers, right? And they were going to dwell with each other. What about the Hamites, the Cushites, the Mezarenes? Why he ain't never mentioned them by name? He doesn't need to tell them you are Israelites, because they already know they are Israelites in dispersion, right? Because when you look at this, right? When I was raised, even though, you know, this might not even line up, but in the same sense it do with me, right? My mom did not have to break down that I'm an African American, right? She already enabled it into me. Okay, you're African American, boom, 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 boom. But she never taught me the actual true ways of the Lord. Right? But now I'm being taught the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Romans 8:16 make me, well, hold on. That makes sense to me. If I even continue to go on this point, a lot of the people that they were speaking to in Rome, Corinth, Thessalonica, the Spirit bear witness with them like, yo, we the people. When you go to Acts the 7th chapter, right, Stephen do a whole history breakdown on them, man. Then we go to Romans. Now Paul is in Romans speaking to Israelites, man. But when you go to Romans 18th chapter, you see the Athenians over here like, hey, yo, when you come back, can you teach us that new doctrine you was talking about? Because the Athenians, or the Athens, they like to hear new ideas, new wisdom. Right?
The scriptures, didn't it say that, didn't the scriptures like,
No,
didn't the scriptures like say how the woman traveled from like a long distance just to get the wisdom, just to get some of that wisdom from Solomon? How she traveled like a lot of miles just to hear.
Walked all the way across from Africa.
All the way across from the land of Ham just to hear that that wisdom that Solomon had to drop off on her, had to kick. She just wanted to hear that wisdom. She wanted to hear that knowledge. Okay, I just wanted to go ahead and grab this because you had just brought it up. And people think that, and you actually do got some carnal Israelites out there to the point where they say, oh, it's all black, it's all black. They just all about that black and proud spirit. They're bringing that worldly ideology. They're bringing that black and proud spirit into this thing, into the truth. When it's not necessarily just about that. Yes, we know that we are the people, but it's more than just a black thing. Okay, we got Native Americans. Okay, we got the Hispanics, the Latinos, which is all Israelites as well. And it's not even just that. The Heavenly Father tells us that His people is like a speckled bird. Colorful, just all over. Okay, we scattered all. The scriptures clearly tells us that Jacob was scattered all over the earth. Okay, so best believe that wherever Jacob was scattered to, he was laying down with the women from that nation to where he was scattered at. So it's not really solely just based on a skin tone thing. Yes, we know melanated people, us, the quote unquote black Americans, okay, and the Haitians and the Jamaicans. We know that we are the people, but you can't forget that there was the diaspora. There was a scattering. So this thing is also spiritual. It's not really so much really about the skin tone really. I just wanted to bring that out. This is the book of Romans 8:16 through 17, and it reads, the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with a Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together.
Right, and the only joint heirs is the elect. The elect lines up with the saints in Psalms 50 and 5, Psalms 148 verse 14. Right, and the saints is those that made a sacrifice with the Lord. What nation made a sacrifice with to the Lord?
The Israelites.
Only Israelites.
That's it.
Right. So, and when you go into Jake being scattered, Blake Griffin, that man looked way light, and then his son like it'd be a whole nother nation, but he Benjamin. So all Jake, we all look like different nations, but that's why when I said what I said, when you go in the New Testament, why ain't Paul, Peter, and the other apostles like, hey, yo, you're an Israelite, just like what we doing now? The reason why now is because we were removed from who we was. In that time of the apostles and them, it was still Jake knowing that they were Jews. When you deal with the circumcision and uncircumcision, that go all the way back to Abraham, but why was it being so much talked in the New Testament? Because you have to go back to the Greek captivity, right? Because your wife will be put to death, the father will be put to death, and the son will be put to death if he got circumcised, right? The circumcision helped you to look like a Greek, and I got articles on it too, right? But that was something that the heathen wanted to bestow, for you to walk away from your ways. And guess what Jake do? When you're not keeping the ways that the Lord wanted you to keep, you start to become a damn heathen. I was 16, I was doing birthdays, holidays, I was that guy. I was African American, the names that they named me, but still I was not walking in the ways of the Lord because I thought a nigga was a nigga. I just thought we could have fun, enjoy ourselves, God love everybody. But I had to get cleansed off of that. And guess what? I had to drop this Americanized. Guess what? Hellenized, Americanized, right? Babylonianized, right? Persianized,
Egyptized.
Right. We got hit with multiple things and started clean. With let's get Exodus 32 real quick. Let's get the top. Right? You got these niggas going in the wilderness while Moses is up on the mountain. They can't be patient. So then they start to get that Egyptian mindset. Oh, no, this is our true God. Let's get it.
It's the book of Exodus 32 and 1, and it reads, and when the people saw that Moses delayed the come down of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up to the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. 2, and Aaron said unto him, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. 3, and all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. 4, and he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with the graving tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods of Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Well, multiple dumb, brutish idiots right there. This is another example you could think about Jake in the world. Well, Yahushua taking so long. You know what? Let's look at other guys that we could just make right now, and we can believe them on the time of, you know what I'm saying? Then let alone, you thinking of a calf, which most likely it will have to be a calf, a clean calf. You gonna make a calf that you motherfucking eat. You gonna make a calf that you damn near eat and say it's your God. He took us out of Egypt. What about, why you didn't say this is the same calf that brought down the plagues? Because where is the verse back in Exodus where you hear about a calf and the plagues? You don't hear it, but they want to just talk about coming out. This is how you know when we go back to itchy ears. Jake want to just have something new. And then Aaron's simple mind, even though he had to play his role, he over here, hey, give me your earrings. Let me mold it for you. And then he say, then Moses come down. He said, man, yo, what's going on? He said, man, the people. We did, who was it? What was it? It was a king. Saul. Saul, when he was supposed to kill all the Amalekites. You know, and then they take the damn sheep or the certain cattle. And he said, oh, I checked it. Oh, but they was hungry. Man, yo, the Lord said what he said. Right? We supposed to do what Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why the law say thou shalt or thou shalt not.
Yeah.
You know, what's hard about that? Some things we're gonna slip.
Ain't no debating on it. Ain't no debating,
man.
Ain't no, oh, maybe you shall do this. No, thou shalt not.
Yeah.
And thou shalt. There's no debating. There's no maybe with that. There's no second guessing it. Okay, it's a commandment. That's why they say. That's why the word is commandment. The word is commandment. He's commanding you to do that. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Ain't no debating it. Ain't no thinking about it. Okay.
Like the Lord is second guess us by saying, you know what, I'm about to make you a dog. Nah, He made us an Israelite, man. Okay. Come on, man.
I had a precept.
Come on.
I was spared and we done went somewhere else. I don't know.
Let's get
the spirit that went the whole other way. We didn't pass the point. I'll let you.
I'm still in the motion. We're gonna get Jeremiah 9, verse 20. I can read it. Jeremiah 9, verse 20, verse 23 to 24. Going back into the point of not about fame and glory. Now, of course, we were just speaking about the calf, how Jake, you know, just like how in the same time with Moses, he was taking too long. Look how Jake is right now. Jake can't be disciplined and wait on Yahushua return and get in damn line. You know, what did the Lord tell him when they was at Mount Sinai? Let nobody touch it or put an animal near it, right? Because they would be put to death. Because through the spirit, like Apostle Tahar was saying, that was a ship. Because in 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, he caused the ship that Yahushua riding on a mountain. And where did Moses go? On a mountain, right? But let me get this, because again, just going back to the point, it's, like Apostle Gabar said, it don't matter where we're going, as long as it's edifying and all the other precepts line for the point that it's lining, as long as that brothers ain't bringing out precepts that's not lining up with a point that's being brought out. But the whole point for all of y'all to know, we don't do this for fame, we don't do this for likes, none of the men of the Lord, right? Like Paul said in 1 Corinthians 4 and 9, he said the Lord set up the apostles last to be a spectacle. To be a spectacle is a public show, right?
Yeah, we are made foolish for the Lord. We are made. I'm just paraphrasing that. I don't want to butcher it though. But the scriptures tell us we are to be made fools for the sake of the Lord. Yeah. Okay. So people gonna look at us like, oh yeah, we got. Why they wearing those dresses? Why they wearing those curtains on them? You know, those Hebrew Israelites. Yeah. So we are a spectacle. We are. You know, we get the beloved Elder Balthasar Bach post videos about how we got scoffers and mockers literally coming up against us day in and day out. Meanwhile, you got these devils, all this other stuff going on in the world, but these people is literally hell bent on trying to debunk us with all this madness going out in the world, trying to debunk what we're bringing out, and that just goes to show you again once how hypocritical our nation of people is. Okay, because they come up against us. Meanwhile, these devils is oppressing us systematically for centuries and decades, but nobody got a problem with them. Right. Okay, but you got it, bro. I'll digress.
How you diss us, but you don't diss your church?
Okay.
Again, Jeremiah 9 verse. Let me read the John 5:44. How can ye believe which receive honor one of another, and seek not the honor that cometh from the Most High only? Jeremiah 9:20-24. Thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahweh. Man, we supposed to glorify in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, I shouldn't be glorifying in the certain things that I have. I should be doubling back, man, the water Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for the things that you have given me. Because I don't deserve it, man. I'm a filthy rag just like y'all, but the Lord sees something in me that I might not see in myself, that he like, you know what, I'm going to get this for you. like, you know what, this is fit for you. Everybody got
Before you
their
was
own fit.
Before you was born, he knew you.
Yeah.
Before you was born, he knew you. God. So like, yeah, the Lord know us before we was even brought into this earth, man.
Right.
The Lord knows the amount of hairs that's on our head, man. He know everything about us, okay? And we was predestinated to do what we're doing today before the foundation of the earth. So, Salakia,
Right.
I'm running out of time. Salakia, I'm gonna be back with another one. Salakia.